Welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever woken up and your arms hurt? Or your legs hurt? Or maybe your neck or your shoulders hurt? And you didn't remember hurting yourself. You didn't fall or crash or bang against anything the day before. No cuts, no bruises. But still, your body hurts. Then you think a little bit more about it and you remember. You didn't get hurt, but you did play really, really hard yesterday. And you got really tired. Can your body hurt even if you don't get hurt? Well, actually, yes. And it means your body is working exactly the way it should and making you stronger. Want to learn why? When you exercise or play hard, especially if you do something new or different than usual, your muscles are having to work extra hard to keep you going. Inside your body, your muscles are made of thousands of tiny fibers, almost like threads woven together to form strong ropes. When you do a tough activity, like running fast, jumping, or climbing, those tiny fibers get stretched and pulled in ways they're not used to. Sometimes all that stretching causes small, microscopic tears. But these tiny tears are not dangerous. In fact, they're part of how your muscles grow stronger. See, when those fibers tear a little bit, your body sends special helper cells to repair them. While they fix the tiny damage, they also add extra proteins to make the muscle stronger than it was before. That's why athletes train their bodies. They push their muscles to the limit, let them recover, and over time, they get stronger and more powerful. If you've ever heard about somebody having a rest day, that might be what they were talking about. They're giving their bodies a chance to heal those tiny tears after a big workout. The soreness you feel after a big day of activity has a name. It's called delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS for short. Can you say delayed onset muscle soreness? Usually it shows up a day or two after the activity, not right away. That's why you might wake up sore the next morning, even though you felt fine when you went to bed. There are a couple of reasons that this soreness happens. One reason is those microscopic tears we already talked about. But another is that your muscles get swollen and a little inflamed while they heal. Your body may even have tiny changes in the way fluids move through your muscles after they've been worked hard, which might make them feel stiff or achy. But here's something cool. Your muscles only get sore when you challenge them in a new way. If you run the same distance every day, eventually your body just gets used to it, and you won't feel sore anymore. But if you suddenly run farther, sprint faster, or try a brand new sport, your muscles will likely complain the next day because you did something with them that they weren't expecting, and they got those tears. So, does muscle soreness mean you're injured? Nope. Being sore is very different from being hurt. An injury usually happens suddenly and is sharp or painful in one spot, while soreness feels more like an all-over ache that goes away in a few days. In fact, muscle soreness is your body's way of telling you, hey, we're getting stronger. I've always thought of it as a way for the body to say, give me a little rest while I heal up, and then you'll be able to do more tomorrow. The best way to deal with sore muscles is to rest, stretch gently, and drink plenty of water. And the more you practice an activity, the less sore you'll get over time. It's all part of your amazing body adapting and growing stronger. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What are muscles made of? Thousands of tiny fibers. What does DOMS stand for? Delayed onset muscle soreness. That's when you play hard and your muscles hurt the next day. Okay, let's play true or false. True or false? Muscles get sore because of microscopic tears. That is true. True or false? Muscle soreness lasts forever. That's false. It goes away after a few days. True or false? Drinking water can help muscles recover faster. That is true. Would you rather do 10 big jumps or 50 tiny hops? Sometimes at our house, the kids will start jumping up and down to see how many times in a row they can do it. I think one time they got up to 200 jumps. So, since we've got all that practice, I think I'll go with the 50 tiny hops. Those are pretty fun. Okay, let's play a few rounds of What Am I? What am I? I'm a muscle that never takes a break. I work harder when you exercise. You can feel me beating in your chest. What am I? That is the heart. What am I? I cover your entire body. I'm your body's biggest organ. And I protect muscles underneath me. What am I? I am skin. All right, one more. What am I? I get bigger and stronger when you exercise. I can feel sore after a hard workout. And you use me every time you move. What am I? Those are muscles. I think it's really cool how the body is constantly trying to adjust to how much exercise you do. I remember when I first started running, I could barely go 1 mile, but slowly I got those microscopic tears in my muscles every time I went out for a run. Then I would rest, let my muscles recover, and then I would go out and push myself even further. I kept getting more and more tears until one day I was able to run a marathon. Little old me! If you consistently exercise, you'll notice that you get stronger too. Just make sure you give your body plenty of time to rest. When you're exercising, resting is just as important as the exercise itself. Isn't that cool? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. And don't forget that the Curious Kids Club is getting ready to start soon, so go to supportcuriouskids.com for more information. And please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.